A very warm welcome to all from the Other Side series. I'm Raga Olga De Silva, or Totally Out Now, as you know me. I'm the co founder and director of Speaking Minds, India's largest international speaker agency representing speakers and content from all over the world who are out of the ordinary, as you know, and who share adaptability, actionable, and real life experiences. Today, we have one such extraordinary person. Her voice. Wow, who can ever not be touched by it? Her being. I love her, absolutely love her. An authentic soul who lives the truth, always reminding us of our roots. Join me in welcoming Ila Arun, who will be in a discussion with me on connecting to our roots. Let's welcome Ila ji.
Namaste, London.
Namaskar. So happy to see you. Look at the brightest smile. You made the
So,
gloomy London shine.
Raga, I'm not doing the publicity of the film Namaste, London. I'm saying Namaste, India also. Namaste, Jai Shri Krishna, whatever. And since you are in London, that's why I said
I
Namaste,
know.
London. Greetings to all. Yeah.
Thank you. And the audience from around the world is here, by the way, and they're going to join in if they have not already joined us. So it is Namaste World as well.
Namaste word. And Namaste is more hygienic and very safe in Corona times. Namaste to all.
As long as we do it with our own hands, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
there's so much to talk to you about, and I'm really excited about this conversation because we are going to see the other side of you, and I think the
Yeah.
audience is really looking forward to that. We all know about your voice, your acting, but there's something you said to me which really intrigued me, that you have spent a lot of time in London. Can you just talk to us about the journey instead of me asking you questions? Please share.
Yeah, well, we will come back to the connecting to the roots. But when you said, when I was told that you are going to interview me and you are in London, I was very excited because a lot of my good time I have spent in London, and that is creative time. So I was first, I am going to tell you, they said that we are talking in lockdown period and you are in London and I'm here. It would have been fun if we were sitting in Covent Garden and all the artists, somebody is singing, somebody is painting, somebody is showing their artwork over a cup of coffee, black coffee, or a wine, whatever. But what a place, Covent Garden. And
Yes.
why I'm remembering Covent Garden, uh, that's where I'll connect you to my journey. I happen to work in BBC London, Bush House External Service, if you know.
Yes.
And well, I'm talking all this 35 years back. Yeah. So Mr. Evan Charlton used to be uh, the director of Indian Eastern Services. So he asked me, why don't you do a series? Something, because you have done so much of radio back in India. Why don't you do a series where you can talk about these immigrants? I created Raga one series called Amma Ke Naam Chitti.
Sure.
And that is the time, imagine that there was no mobile, there was only the letters used to go. That's why Amma Ke Naam Chitti. And, one was not comfortable. All these immigrants, even that time, certain marriages happen over the handkerchief. The bridegroom's handkerchief goes to the village, she gets married, and she comes here, and then there's a culture shock. you know so I created that series, and I became a UP girl, Amma Ke Naam Chitti, and all my experiences, like, they like cats in Europe or in London. There were 13 cats, and they are horrified to see that we in India have cows on the street. So I used to say, yeah, we have cows, so what a big problem. But then in my series, I wrote something that Amma, today I could not cross the street because one old lady was crossing with a cat, another was crossing with a cat. So the superstition what we have, for the बिल्ली रास्ता काट गई, और
Yes.
लंदन में बिल्ली खूब रास्ता काट रही है और बिल्लियां ही बिल्लियां हैं. So Evan Charlton took me to the Covent Garden, to the market. I don't know if that market still exists. Huge market used to be there. And he asked me that I will not tell the shopkeeper, but you go and behave like an Indian woman. What Indian woman does? भैया ये कितने का है छू लिया भैया वो कितने का है so
Negotiate.
I went I went and I touched ये टमाटर कितने का है ये कितने का and that English fellow is a hey you Asian hey you Indian you go from here don't touch you're not supposed to touch and then the pictures were clicked and it was published for that series so my association with BBC London was fantastic. I mean, I still remember Holborn Station and Bush House, and then next to it, India House.
Oh,
This was my first journey when I did so much of work for not only Indian services but Urdu services also. And one of the Ghalib's uh, poem, Mr. Abidi, Raza Ali Abidi, he was heading the Urdu services. He asked me, since you happen to sing also, why don't you sing it rather than read it? So I composed then and there, and I sang
wow.
for Pakistan this thing. So it was beautiful to work for Ceylon, for Indian community, and for the Pakistani community also. And fun. Then I liked the people there. Then, as luck would happen, I did one play there, House of Bilkis Bibi with Tamasha. Tamasha is a theatre company there. I did that. I have also acted in West is West. I've also gone with my live folk shows and performed in Yorkshire, in Wembley, in with my theatre. I went to Harrogate. So London, it's a cosmopolitan place. I loved it. I mean, I consider it my second home. It gave me chance to be connected to my roots wherever, whatever I did, whether I was broadcasting, to make an impact. There is no dearth of talent, but
Right.
you have to be original. You have to be somewhere connected to your roots. But connecting to roots means what?
Yeah,
It
this is my
doesn't.
question. Yeah, what does that
Yeah,
even mean?
it means that emotionally you have to be connected. It means that all the plus points you should carry. And it doesn't mean that you are still hooked on to. You see, I totally believe when you are in Rome, you are behave like a Roman. So I believe that I certainly didn't like, let me tell you, first time when I went there, agent thought that she's an Asian, so he gave me a accommodation in Aldgate. I was horrified to see Indians behaving so like a primitive, orthodox, stick to your religion, which are India is liberated. India has become very advanced. India has gone somewhere else. So connecting to your roots does not mean that you have to be too religious or you have to be orthodox or you have to wear parda. I do plays where I'm talking about all these taboos. Have to be.
Sure.
Yeah, it has to be gone. You see, our girls in village, they are very very enterprising. They
Yes.
are studying and they have their own voice. So in this time, if you have honor killing or if you have it will not happen because
Sure.
now connect to your roots, but you
Yes.
have to, in your attitude, you have to be global. Love
Yes.
your
Yes.
motherland,
Yes.
but if you're going and you want your children to study in Norway or in London or in America, don't forget your children are going to school where
Sure.
other children are coming. So we have to open up. Otherwise, the young children cannot handle all this.
No,
And
I agree. I agree. Ilaji, on this note, I'm just going to say because I lived in New Zealand for like many, many years. 10 years in
yeah,
New Zealand. I've been in London for 10 years. And the way I set up my business, my life is that I'm always connected to India. So I set up
hmm,
businesses that takes me to India very often. But
yeah,
unfortunately, one of the things that I see about the Indian audience or Indian culture, and I wanted to share that with you, whether I lived in New Zealand, whether in London, that we are diaspora, that we call it, we are very old fashioned. They've held on to the traditions of 40, 50, 60 years ago. They think that anything Indian is not, anything Western is modern and anything Indian is right. Okay, that is one part of it. Two is when I go to India and I often hear people say, "अरे आप तो कितना अच्छा हिंदी बोलती हो, 20-25 साल से आप बाहर हो." And they say, "मुझे तो हिंदी भी नहीं, I don't even know my Hindi well." Like, there is a sense of almost embarrassment and detachment to wanting to know Hindi or to be seen knowing the language. But I am
हाँ,
proud of it. वो कैसे हम कैसे उसको हम embrace करें? That is something that I
रा,
don't
रा,
understand.
रागा, फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट माय हेड्स ऑफ टू यू। आप इतनी अच्छी हिंदी बोलती हैं, और मैंने और भी जो आपसे इंटरेक्शन किया, तो वो तो कमाल की चीज़ है कि आपने भूमि में वहाँ पे आप गई थी, अजमेर गई थी आप, और आपने राजस्थान का बताया।
हाँ जी,
प्रॉब्लम ये कि जो इंडिया का यूथ है और जो इंडिया के लोग हैं, वो समझते हैं कि हिंदी भाषा बोलना या अपनी मदर टंग को बोलना या अपनी फेस्टिविटी को मनाना, दिस इज समथिंग ऑर्थोडॉक्स। सो व्हाट इज हैपनिंग, इम्बैलेंस इज हैपनिंग हियर इन इंडिया ऑल्सो। यहाँ पे
बिल्कुल।
भी है कि आप अपने आप से अपने बच्चों को, मैं जो भी कुछ हूँ, अगेन वी विल से कि कनेक्टिंग टू योर रूट्स, फेस्टिविटी को मनाना, वो अपने आप में धार्मिक नहीं है। मैं ईद भी मनाती हूँ, मैं अपने क्रिसमस भी मनाती हूँ, और मैं हिंदू के सारे त्योहार मनाती हूँ। आई मीन राजस्थान में अगर आप पैदा हुए हैं तो अब सावन में झूला झूल रहे हैं, मेहंदी लगाना, ये करना, वो करना। नाउ देयर अनदर थिंग व्हिच आई सी कि डेस्टिनेशन मैरिजेस की बहुत चल पड़ा है। वो क्यों चल पड़ा है कि वो एक दिन का ख्वाब है, एक दिन का जो ड्रीम है ना, कि बॉलीवुड मैरिजेस उनके दिमाग में है।
हाँ
बट
जी,
होता क्या है कि दे वांट ऑल दिस, बॉलीवुड कोरियोग्राफर आएगा, ये होगा, वो होगा। 7 मिनट के जो फेरे हैं ना, उसमें जैसे पंडित जी वी डोंट वांट। और इफ देर इज, आई एम एक्चुअली प्लस पॉइंट इन ऑल दिस मैरिजेस। एक दिन लोग मुझे भी बुलाते हैं, वो दिन होता है कल्चर ओरिएंटेड। वो होता है इला अरुण का, जिसमें मेहंदी भी हो रही है, भी हो रही है। वरना बच्चे क्या होते हैं, दे वांट डीजेस। अरे भाई हो गया, यू डू डीजेस, डीजेस, आई मीन आई वुड आल्सो लाइक टू डांस।
हाँ,
बट ये जो आपके ट्रेडिशंस हैं, वो आपको कलरफुल बनाते हैं, वो आपको इतनी ओल्ड जो आपकी हेरिटेज है हिंदुस्तान की, उससे आपको देखता है कि कितने हम, कितने लिबरल थे। पर्दा प्रथा तो थी नहीं हमारे यहाँ। मतलब मुगल्स के आने के बाद ये सब कुछ शुरू हुआ। सो व्हाट आई हैव टू से दैट अनफॉर्चुनेटली इन इंडिया आल्सो वी हैव दिस जनरेशन हु इज शाइंग अवे, हु फील एम्बेरेस कि आपने अपनी भाषा में बात करी, अपनी जबान में बात करी। बाहर के लोगों को मैं बहुत ज्यादा पसंद करती हूँ, क्योंकि वो दूर रहते हैं ना, तो उनको अपने कल्चर की एक भूख है। तो हर
श्योर।
लड़की भारतनाट्यम सीख रही है, हर लड़की अपना शास्त्रीय संगीत सीख रही है। देखिए रशियंस कितनी अच्छी हिंदी बोलते हैं। पर एक कौम ऐसी भी है, वो कौम है जो कि उस जगह से निकली जहाँ पढ़ाई ज्यादा नहीं थी। तो वो सोच रहे हैं कि अगर हम इंग्लैंड में आ गए हैं, तो वी हैव टू ग्लू टू अवर orthodox traditions are not the cultural heritage of India। कि अगर आप कहेंगे कि भाई साउथ हॉल में अगर आप कहेंगे कि सडनली कि मैं जाऊंगी, मुझे एकदम से लगेगा ये क्या हुआ। पंजाब तो कहीं पहुंच चुका है,
हाँ,
पंजाब
बिल्कुल।
बहुत आगे निकल चुका है। और आप वहीं पे आप नहीं निकलेंगे तो क्या हो रहा है, घुलना मिलना बहुत जरूरी है। चाहे आप कनाडा में हो, चाहे आप नॉर्वे में हो, जहां आप हैं, अपनी संस्कृति को, अपने कल्चर को बाकायदा आप बुलाइए, उनको भी बुलाइए। दे शुड बी प्राउड ऑफ यू। आफ्टर ऑल
Yeah.
आई हैव सीन parents coming to India, enjoying each and every aspect of Indianness, whether they are in South, whether they are in West or North, or they like. So
Yeah,
many.
they celebrate us, right? They celebrate our culture. They
Yeah,
celebrate who we are, our tradition. But for
this
some
is
reason, we
it's,
are hesitant. है ना?
we should
हमारी
not be,
we should not be.
we, we
I
should
agree
not
with
be
you.
hesitant. This is our strength. आज अगर मैं सडनली, लोग कहते हैं कि इला अरुण इज द एम्बेसडर, अरे मैंने
Yes.
तो कुछ भी नहीं किया भाई। मैं तो अपने जो ये चीजें खूबसूरत थी, फेस्टिवल, फेस्टिविटीज, जॉइंट फैमिली सिस्टम, इनको मैं इंजॉय कर रही थी। पर दैट डज नॉट मीन आप अपनी स्पेस भी रखिए। मैंने सारी नॉर्म्स को तो तोड़ा है। मैं अपने तरीके से जिप्सी रही हूँ, अपने तरीके से अपनी शर्तों पे मैंने सब काम किए। बट वी व्हेन यू सी माय वीडियोस, if you see my plays, if you see my other work, somewhere connecting to my roots have been my strength. आप मेरा एक वीडियो देखिएगा, एमटीवी हांगकांग से पहली बार इंडिया का कोई फोक गीत प्रीमियर हो गया। उस समय यहाँ नहीं था एमटीवी,
Wow.
इंडिया में नहीं था।
Yes.
कारण क्या था कि अब आपको अगर वर्ल्ड को देना है तो थोड़ा उसको आपको, आई एम श्योर आपने भी कहीं ना कहीं टैटू कर रखा होगा, पर हमारे राजस्थान में है ना, कहाँ है देखो। देखा देखा देखा, वो
ये जो
टैटू,
दिखाई देता है।
वो टैटू तो हमारे यहाँ गोदना होता था। हर औरत के यहाँ पे उसके हस्बैंड का नाम होता था छाती। राजस्थान की औरतों को देखिए, तो जब वीडियो बन रहा था तो महेश मथाई उसको करने वाले थे, तो हमने कहा कि ये बिछुड़ा 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 बिछुड़ा, मैं बाद में गा दूंगी 2 लाइनें आपके लिए।
हाँ जी।
पर उस बिछुड़ा का वीडियो, उसमें मलाइका है, और स्टोरी लाइन जो पीयूष पांडे और प्रसून पांडे, माय ब्रदर्स, उन्होंने सोची, वो अमेजिंग है कि ये एक लड़की है जो कहीं बॉम्बे से गई है या लंदन से गई, जिसे कल्चर का पता ही नहीं, एंड सडनली शी इज चार्म्ड बाय दिस टैटू मैन, कि यार ये आदमी, उसकी माचोनेस। और आप देखिए कि उसके हनीमून में वो लड़की अपने हस्बैंड के बारे में ना सोच के उसके सपने में टैटू मैन आ रहा है। सो
Amazing. I also want to dream.
सो पर ये हमारे ट्रेडिशन थे, आई डोंट हैव टू ड्रीम फॉर इट। गली गली में हमारा माचो मैन घूम रहा है और टैटू टैटू कर रहा है। ऐसे अगर आप मेरा दूसरा वीडियो देखेंगे, हाथ में बोतल गले में गुलूबंद, तुम
Oh
कहाँ
yes.
गए, तो वो प्राग में शूट हुआ था। अब ये मुजरा है, उसको ब्लूज में डाला गया। ये क्या है, इसको कहते हैं कि अपनी म्यूजिक में भी कनेक्टिविटी रखो।
Sure. Sure.
अभी क्या ट्रेडिशनल म्यूजिक की भी, देयर आर लॉट ऑफ पीपल हु डोंट एक्सेप्ट मी। पहली बात तो सारी बहुत सी दुनिया ऐसी भी है जो मुझे सिंगर ही नहीं मानती, तो कोई
Ila,
बात
let
नहीं।
me interrupt, huh? आप जरा please, because there's a various kinds of audience here, global audience. There are Indians, so Hindi और English दोनों mix करके बोलते हैं, so
हाँ,
that
प्लीज प्लीज।
हाँ please
सो
हाँ
आई
so that
must
हाँ
tell them, the English audience, that when you people come, you enjoy. I see so many people coming from all over the world, and they like the heritage, they like the Indian joint system, they like the festivity, they like the rural people, they also like the, this is, I'm talking about Rajasthan, but people are loving Goa, they are loving Kerala. Why? It's not just the palaces, it's not just the beaches. They love the way Indians, they love the Indian way, that they are still not changed. They
yeah
are exhausted with their, they are in London or in America, you are living in a nuclear kind of a system. So
right
there you are missing something, which when you travel to Japan or you travel to, I won't even mention China, that it's dangerous at this moment. You go to these people, you find culture.
yeah
So the world is dying to connect to culture. The youth of Indian youth are dying to find out their roots. So many films have been made, and I must say I love the countryside of UK. It's so beautiful, cherry
yes
picking and going. This is all culture. You have to enjoy it. You have to be connected to your roots to make it a part of your creativity and to make it a part of your communication. So, whatever communication I have learned somewhere my videos, like when I was discussing my Hath Mein Botal,
yeah
when it comes to the music, I try to go one step further. And when I'm presenting, of course, I've done a lot of videos with my son-in-law Dhruv, who is, of course, today is a boy, and his music is world music. So
okay
what the combination is ideal. He brings the new sound, new energy, and I stick to the my richness of the culture and the
wonderful
rhythms and the compositions of that time. So in Hatme Botal, what was happening, that the straight line could be that the one girl is sitting and waiting for her husband, and husband is going to other woman. But knowing Piyush and Prasoon, they said this other woman is a old type of a thing. Why can't you expect something which is happening? So my protagonist, he is not going to other woman, he's going to a man. which is
So amazing. Super.
yeah. Yeah. So,
Excellent.
and which existed in India, all those things existed in India, but we were shying away. Now people are open about it, and I don't mind discussing all these things, which is there. But for me, of course, connecting when they say, "My God, your bindis are in." I don't know when I was in, when I was out. That I don't know.
No, but
I'm living.
if I want to understand this part of you, right? Because now
Yeah,
I've also kind of been around for a long, long time, have been through your journey, seen your journey. This thing, the authenticity of what you have, rusticness, the mysticism. These are the words I'm using because magical, right? These are the words that sprung to my mind even 25 years ago when I first heard you. So, how do you maintain this authenticity? Because you're saying to the world, I'm not going to be anybody else but by myself, right? But myself.
yeah,
That's a
yeah.
big message.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm blessed to be born in Rajasthan, and believe me, at the age of 85, also those women, they look so, they can lure you. I mean,
Yeah,
when
they
they are
do.
walking, they are beautiful with their wrinkles, nut here,
Yeah,
bindi there, churi
yeah,
here,
they
yeah,
do.
and with their chashma. I have played one age in one of the children film, which I'll tell you. I have played 85-year-old lady. Now the thing is, when I have so much, you must do something which suits you. I'm not against the 3/4 pant, but if Ila Arun wears it, so, believe me, it doesn't. You must be comfortable. You must make your own statement. You should not be lost. So I have not done anything put on. I acquired it. I observed them. I love them. I'm comfortable in ghagra. I'm comfortable. I did not know that it was a fashion. People started wearing the skirts. If you go to Fab India, you will
Yes,
see so many flowing skirts. You will see people with bindi.
yes,
The girls from the west, when they come, they are having, their nose appears, their ears appear. For us, it was a cultural thing. Then why do you leave the culture? So I was never out. I enjoyed it. I celebrated women. I must say,
yes.
I'm woman in full sense, because I celebrate women, of all the ages. I connect with women of all the emotions. Women, whether she is widow, I know what is going in her mind. Women who is single, I know what is going in her mind. Women who is in village. Now I'll give you one example. How the connectivity comes. When I was doing West is West, it was a sequel to the East is East. If you know,
Yes, I do.
Om Puri was the hero. Now Om Puri and Irfan, they are the biggest example, because their English is not what the English people speak. Their English is not the Shakespearean English, but they were what they were. That's why people loved them. That's why they came to them. Those who are speaking very good English here, flowery English, they are not being called, because then they have got, the West has a lot of them. So when I was doing West is West, the director came and he was a bit sensitive, and he said, "Girls, we will have some workshop with you. you have to you have to." He took a long pause, then he wore gloves, and then he said, "You have to make the dung cake." अरे हमने तो जिंदगी भर गाय के गोबर को छुआ है, चूल्हे को किया है. So for me to become a woman from a Punjab, who is carrying, all those, coming from a field, or she's making the dung cake, all these things were easy for us. If you live your culture, I'm not saying to be a good actor or to be somebody, you have to be poor. No, you have to be observant. I'm giving you one example. Today, I don't know what they'll feel, but for example, Ambani's children, they've got everything in platter, but they have to be connected to the roots to know how Dhirubhai became so rich, who Dhirubhai was,
Yes,
how he worked. If everything is given in platter,
yes.
you've lost your originality. Everything is coming. The planes are landing on their terrace. They will not know how to walk. I mean, I'm not telling them.
Sure.
I'm talking about myself. I tell to my daughter also that you have to be somewhere connected to your roots. We were, any film you mention, I got my references from my past,
Sure.
whatever I had to play. And since I moved on in life, I won't be uncomfortable with the 16 course meal also. I enjoy the pub of London only. What a character.
I mean, that's a good point. But tell me on that note, yeah, please have a drink of water. But tell me on that note, have you ever been tempted by something in your life where you have said, "Oh, maybe I cannot be this person for a while," and you have gone to the other side and then come back?
No, no, I never tried. I never
Wow.
tried because uh, it suited me. I mean, you have a mirror also. If people are giving you compliment for your beauty, I have not done anything out of fashion. I It was way of my life. I enjoyed wearing bangles. I am not wearing toe ring because I'm married. I am not having, but when Bengalis wear it, they look so nice. You've been in
Yeah.
Bengal.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So all culture, when they wear sindoor, when they wear durga pe, when they wear their white sari, each culture, or you go to Kerala, or you go to, I mean, I am saying, when I'm in England, I see countryside of England, I loving it. You know, you should do it what suits you. Suddenly, if
Yeah.
I wear a skirt, I must have a figure to that. You know, I should
Yeah.
not be lost. I should stand out in. So when I came to Prithvi Theatre, I mean Mumbai, I've done a lot of theatre, I must say. When I come to Mumbai, and I started with Nadra Zahid Babbar, and Jennifer Kendall had opened Prithvi Theatre, which has become a brand now. All
Right.
people want to go to meet stars, and they go there.
Yeah.
And suddenly I thought, now enough is enough. I should make my own group, theatre group. So what I did, first thing I did that I called 40 artists from Rajasthan. And that time Rajasthan wasn't exposed. I had a dacoit Karna Bhil who came, he's got a mustaches in Guinness World Record.
Yeah.
Mustaches here. He played nerd. All 40 people came, and when Jennifer saw that, she believed in me. She
Mm.
believed that there is a person who has come here with her culture. And she gave me dates, and it just happened. It was, what is the date today? It's 12th June.
12.
And 1982, 11 June, I had my first performance
Oh,
at Prithvi
wow.
Theatre. And it
Congratulations.
rained. Yeah, it poured. And suddenly there were no electricity. So I told Jennifer, then how can I perform? There is no AC, there is no light. She asked me, didn't you tell me that you are a folk singer and they have come from the village? So what is the hesitation? We are all there. So 7 people sat down and 40 people performed in candle lights. So
Wow.
yeah, so this was the fun. So I personally feel that nothing has been put on. I acquired it thanks to Rajasthan, thanks to UP. My forefathers were from UP. We are from joint family. We are 7 sisters, just like Katrina, by the way. They also have 7 sisters.
Mm.
When I said Namaste London, I did thugs of Hindustan with her, and we exchanged notes. Uh, so she said, we are 7 sisters. I said, same here. Only we have got two additional two brothers. So the culture connecting to your roots are very important, but connecting to roots does not mean that you have to be orthodox. You have to move on. It's a change world. So it shows in my theater also. I've done lots of. I'm right now. Well, I have sung in films. I have all my. You when you're the topic is chosen by you, uh, but it gave me a lot of really scope to talk about. I have come out with 10 albums of mine, and 90% all the music is composed and lyrics are written. Still, you will think that they have been born in Rajasthan. Why? Because I know what are the similes, I know what are the tunes, I know how the Rajasthani woman would react, emote, what are the words.
Sure.
So this contribution, when you adapt something new, you should not forget your roots. Because if I sing a jazz, in India there are a lot of people who are singing very good jazz also. But I am saying there are many experts in all around the world. So the competition is a lot. So why forget your originality?
Fantastic.
Why, yeah, live or where you're comfortable with. I mean,
Sure, sure.
you don't have to put on. You don't have to. Some once Abu Jani, he asked me, "Who designs your clothes?" I said, "Potli Baba." He said, "Who is this designer?"
I want to meet him too.
Please explain your people what is Portly all about. It is the racks, or it is a bundle of racks. You just combinations you decide. I mean, they always say what do you call in English? आवश्यकता आविष्कार की जननी है मतलब
The
you
necessity is
keep.
the mother of invention.
Yes, yes, yes. So you just mix and match. My whole life has gone into mix and matching. You know, uh,
And what a pretty mix and match. I'm going to interrupt, and I'm going to,
yeah.
there's lots to talk about. The audiences here, we're getting a lot of engagement. I just thought I'll take the time to, and I can't list out all the names, but people, thank you very much. Dhanashwi, Abhishek, Hema, Isha, Leena, De Silva, my auntie, by the way. Hema
Uh,
Mehta, Shibani, then Danish, Rohan, there's lots. Salim, I may not be able to take everybody's name, but thank you very much for joining in. People are very happy to be here and they're very excited about the conversation we are having. Listening to you is a treat, ma'am, as you know.
a lot
And
of people from my theater group also, but lot of my London friends I know that they've been taking your link, and that's why I said London must be talked, and these guys, those who are Indian people, my friends, they must also know the other side of Ila Arun, what is the topic,
yes,
so
absolutely. Because there is so much information available on you. When I googled you to
yeah.
research, of course, there's so much. I said, like, my God, this, and I'm going to use the word. This woman is endless, like endless. And and you are, and but there is so much. But what I wanted to tell the audience, and which you're doing a fantastic job of, is the other side of you. Yeah, somebody saying she's so cute. Yeah, somebody saying Yamini is jump out and hug her. Everybody wants to hug. this is this is really true. I mean, you're so
This is
absolutely authentic.
tell them this is Nicole's work, the lighting and adjustment. I'm not I'm not all that cute anymore.
Nicola,
Yeah,
Nicola from here in London
Nicola,
and
Nicola.
Arunji
From
in
there,
from Mumbai,
from Mumbai.
working together for making this effective. But I wanted to ask you one question, which is like, is this in your DNA, just to be who you are, whether it is about connectiveness to the roots, or just like Piyush.
Yeah,
And
Piyush
Prasoon was my
Pandey.
colleague. Yeah, Prasoon was my colleague at Lintas about
Oh, yeah,
28 years ago,
yeah,
28 years ago. Lovely, lovely man. I still remember many, many times with him sitting. We were very junior at that time, of course.
yeah.
But the Indianness they have always kept. Look at the Cadbury's ad that Piyush did. Everything is English and everything is to the roots. At a time when India in advertising, I'm from advertising, 30 years of
Oh,
advertising.
yeah. Okay, okay,
And हम
yeah,
लोग तो बहुत फिरंग थे, हम तो वेस्टर्न हो गए थे. We had everything was so western. You had to sell the Indian brand in a western manner. That's when the client said fantastic, and we did ads like that. But they changed the advertising world. They,
they
they
did,
brought
they did.
so
I
yeah,
think this is because of the middle class. This is because of the not that we have ever tried to influence anybody, but I think this is the joint family and the Rajasthan, because their Asian ad Mera Wala Blue. They're all the ads, They and I yes, I can say that today has become global and creative, whatever huge things, Piyush and Prasoon, but they never use model. They are the first ones who got Hindi, as you said,
yes,
into advertising.
yes,
Because if you think in English and you want to communicate, they always say that you want to communicate in India, you want to sell in India to the villagers, and you are thinking in English, not possible. So these
exactly.
guys, and that is probably in DNA. I come from a humble family where mother and father, they were very much into culture. They tried to give exposure to all of us, but I cannot claim that they were like हरिवंश राय बच्चन और कैफी
Yeah.
आजमी, पर पढ़ने लिखने का बहुत शौक, and they gave that space to all the daughters and son. Incidentally, my sister, if I don't take her name today, she'll kill me. Rama Pandey, she was she was working for BBC also permanently. So I
Okay.
think DNA, definitely. I think it it adds that you think alike and still you think differently. They are
Sure.
they are doing their job, and also you won't believe it. But I can say it not with arrogance, but I am humble to say this because Piyush, who has become so huge,
Sure. Yeah.
he and Prasoon, they always say that their advertising started with Ila Arun, because that time what happened, I went to Bombay and Vivid Bharati got commercial thing. So 7 second ad, 10-second ad, this other side, nobody knows that
Okay.
I did the ad and Piyush gave the voice. And I was expert of banyan, agarbattis, talas.
Those days, that was what was most advertised.
and and believe me, Radha, the addresses were longer than the product. You know, come to Jolly Bazaar, Sand ka rasta, Sautli ka rasta, you forget the product.
भैंस की तबेले के पास.
So now the is changed, but I think it is the certainly the DNA. And now I can tell you all this connecting to your roots is not a weakness, which modern generation thinks that
Yes.
you have become like a bhanji or this and that. It is a strength. It is a strength which you can use for any kind of art. I have used for my adaptations. Imagine when I did Henry Ibsen, Lady from the Sea, and that time Nisar Alana called me and he said that I want you to do Ibsen because Ibsen in tradition is the theme and you have to direct. Now I was a bit nervous that direction was not my thing, and I was of course traditional. But his faith in me and Mr. K. Rana, who's our director, he encouraged me. He said, "Jump." So I jumped. But believe me, suddenly my connecting to roots came as strength. Lady from the Sea, I did in the desert. Imagine that
Okay.
play of Ibsen. And you must have seen the Ghoomer has gone. Ghoomer now, everybody knows Ghoomer because of Deepika Padukone. They know the Ghoomer of Sanjay Bansali. But it has a swimming moment, the movements are there. So I used all the folk forms of Rajasthan to depict Henrik Ibsen, you know, which is which is really great because how I got it because I was connected, I was exposed, and
Fantastic.
whenever I adapt anything, or like I have done many films also, I've gone back to my roots and talked to myself, and they've come back as my strength, whether it is my music, whether it's theater or films.
So when I was talking about the DNA with you and your siblings, right? My DNA question was also about, एक तो DNA होता है that all of you are quite similar, very very uh, protective and about our culture, and you are ambassadors to our culture. One is also about being game changers, right?
Yeah,
Piyush and Prasoon and you are game changers. You've said this is our tradition, this is our culture, and no matter how many temptations are there, or no matter how many rejections are there, because I know
rejection.
initial
Yes,
days you would have faced that, na, to stand your ground and to still say, I am going to be this person. You only know later, right? In hindsight. अभी आपको पता है कि in the past this has worked or not worked. तभी
वो
आपको
बड़ा
नहीं पता
मुश्किल.
था.
Yes,
तभी तो नहीं
you
पता.
are
It's a
right.
risk you take. So how did you take that risk at that time? How did you stand your ground?
That's what I'm trying to tell you, that when I think probably we got it, this strength has come from parents, that be yourself. We are
Mm.
middle class. I'll give you one. I'll forget because I was shying away to use my specs, but I noted down. I thought I might get carried out. My school's name is Maharaja Multipurpose High Secondary School. So the multi-purpose was already introduced, high secondary school. People, when they see there are lots of students from Maharaja School, which is a government school, a municipality school, and celebrating its 100 years, all the students have made much better name than the so-called very hi-fi school, I don't want to name,
Sure.
in Rajasthan. And we landed into college. Maharaja Multipurpose also went to Maharani's college. And those people from the very hi-fi school, they also came to the same college. But we made our name. Why? Why? Because I feel is It is your roots. If you respect your roots, if you believe in celebration, if you believe conviction in yourself, then nobody can run you down. They do run you down. That is true. Many times, humko bhenji types, you know.
Yeah, of
Then I
course.
was saying that I was just laughing when literature festival when you have back in India, you know, in Jaipur. So all these people from all over the world are झोला लटका के लहंगा पहन के बिंदी लटका के and they go and peer and they become bhenji. So the bhenji was already there. So
Yeah,
the thing is, what is in and out? Believe
yeah.
me, maybe time was there when I went to London. I was tempted for what is that in Oxford Street? All those big shops, sells. What is this?
Selfridges.
Selfridges or
Yes.
sale, big sale, zero sale, huh?
Yeah.
Red dot.
Yeah.
And red dot, एक धक्का पड़ा, you are inside. And जो मिला वो ले लिया. And then
Yeah.
you are looking clown. You have got bell bottoms, you have got a big coat, and you're looking nobody. In drama, they say five W's: who you are, what you are, where you are. Who you are is important, and we know who we are. We were from middle class. Middle class is not a, it's not a, what do you say? It's not a sin to be born in a middle class.
Right.
All these poor people finally became Birlas, Ambanis. They were all
Correct.
middle class. So you have to have conviction and you have to move on. Like wherever Piyush is, when initially he was definitely rejected, he came from accounts to creative, you
Yes.
know. Mile sur tera hamara. This
Mm.
was the Mr. Malik. Suddenly he involved Piyush and suddenly he saw, oh, this guy has something. And from there today they are still there when it comes to the creativity. They're not copying anybody. They are not today them and secondly the humbleness piece. They
Yes.
are the I'm proud to say that I've got brothers who are transparent and very humble. As
Yes.
you said for Prasoon,
Yes.
his name is in hundreds of,
Yeah.
or maybe this is the world name he has. And look at his ads. All of them, he takes the people from the ground. And all
Originality. Original.
original,
Original thought. Original.
originality piece. That
And
comes to
real,
my
real. This is
mind. Yeah.
real, right? Real stuff. I'm just going to take a few names here, Iladi. I mean, we've got, I think some of your friends have joined in. I don't know who, but I'm assuming there's Anjula Bedi who says, Ila, keep your roots in India and with us. And I
She
love that
is very
comment.
good.
Yeah,
She's dynamic. She's my, I can tell you, she's my strength because
wonderful.
she's a very good actress and she knows when I share with her. I always tell Anjali, my English is not good, but she says no. Respect what you have it, and believe me, I am no. I don't shy away now because when I've been all over the world, I see people from France, from Germany, and they are big people. And the Japanese, they talk in Japan. What about our own Prime Minister? People
Yes.
criticized him. Chai wala, this wala, that wala. And English is not correct. It's not the English, it's the vision. It is
Yes.
the game changer, how you become. So,
Exactly.
yes, that was the second name.
I
Yeah.
think Indrani Das, Diogaria, is that someone you know? Because he's asking, Indrani, I'm sorry, is asking you to say a few lines from your folk collection. Should we spend 2 minutes on your song? I mean, I'm sure a lot of people are waiting.
I have to tell all the people that guys, this corona has killed me because everybody said Nibu pani pio, lime water, lime water. My throat has become hey Vaya, but koi baat nahi. I am ready here. What they want to listen, I have got a thali here, and which I can play for you.
आप बोलो. I mean, there
So,
is your
my
uh,
most famous strength when you were talking. Let me tell you, when
Haji.
I go to the airports, when I go to anywhere out, and my group will vouch who are watching me, they are just taking, the selfies and all. And then they tell me, ma'am, for three generation, our family, they love you. I said, don't say three generation, you are declaring my age. You just say that you love it. So what I'm saying is the tradition will never die. The originality will never die. The connecting and to be connected with your roots is a pride moment. Okay, I'll try to give you one very popular song
Sure.
when the girls when they meet me, they always say, "Ma'am, We got gold medal in this. Ma'am, what is the song? They say the same answer. Resham ka rumal. Now the
हाँ,
problem is,
ये आ रहा है आपका रेशम का रुमाल ये आ रहा है
ये
फरमाइश आ
आ रहा
रही
है,
है हाँ
आ
हाँ
रही है ना, वही
हाँ
गा दे।
ये
बट
फरमाइश आ
सवाल है, मैं बड़ी हैंडीकैप्ड हूँ, ऐसे बंदी बैठी हूँ, चूड़ी इधर कैसे करूँ? रेशम का रेशम का रूमाल गले पर डाल के तू आ जाना दिलदार मेरे माँ, दिल्ली का सुरमा लगा के अरे कब से खड़ी हूँ दरवाजे पे, हो रेशम का रुमाल गले पर डाल के तुम आ जाना दिलदार मेरे माँ, दिल्ली का सुरमा लगा के अरे कब से खड़ी हूँ दरवाजे पे, और दिलवर मेरे मैं तो थी अनजानी, मैं हो गई दीवानी रो तेरी नजरों की, हो रेशम का मेरे झुमका कुछ कुछ बोले आग लगी है बढ़ के शोले, हाँ मेरे झुमका कुछ कुछ बोले आग लगी है बढ़ के शोले, मेरे नागिन सी ये लट जो बनवा को डस डस जाए दिलदार। रागा यू डांस वेरी वेल यार।
I mean, we have to meet at the London pub. What a beautiful treat for us. Thank you very much.
But
देखो
I must have my musicians. Again, we should have been in Covent Garden, not in lockdown and sitting here and nothing to play anyway. Yeah. Now,
we
what's the next one?
हमारा जो engagement है on the comments have just gone mad. People have just I think people have just gotten up in the lockdown, listen to you, just sing this energy. मतलब एक तो आवाज है ना एक आवाज तो है ही आपकी बहुत अच्छी
अब इसमें आपकी आपकी अंग्रेजी तो अच्छी है ना, योर इंग्लिश इज गुड, सो से एक तो आवाज थी।
मुझे सोचना पड़ेगा I have to think how to translate I don't think in English incidentally I keep on thinking which
No,
language
no,
do I
but what you're saying, my joke is, you are saying एक तो आवाज है, I am saying because of corona एक तो आवाज थी हो गई। Yeah.
नहीं आपकी आवाज तो मतलब कोरोना नो नींबू पानी तो इट इज मैजिकल तो यही कह रही हूँ कि
Yeah.
एक को गूज बम्स बोल रहे हैं मुझे भी गूज बम्स आए बहुत एक तो
अच्छा।
one of it is the voice this is absolutely something that I don't think India has this kind of a voice from India and I think it's something we have to accept but it is
Shall
your
I take it as
energy.
a compliment or I take it as a
What do you
the
think?
worst one?
What do you think?
Okay, fine.
So,
Yeah.
but that energy that you bring, every time I've spoken to you in this conversation, मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि आप यहीं बैठे हो. I feel you're
Hmm.
sitting here and you're like my best buddy. No, seriously, and I'm
I
so
am.
thank you. And I think that is what
Yeah.
your influences on people when you are singing, when you're performing. I think it's almost like we feel that you're one of us, one of our friends, and that is a huge thing. So how do you bring that energy when people can't touch and see you?
The thing is, so many times people ask me, well, when it comes to singing, I didn't want to. Well, in theater, they say no matter you have performed 200 times, but each time your line should look fresh, as if you've thought right now, because the audience is fresh. I certainly wanted to avoid, but I want to tell you why I have, because some of the audience is new, why I have a manly voice. That is because always I give a tribute or I respect him when I used to go to school when I was a child. So mother used to send me with a male servant. He had big mustaches, and he used to take me on a cycle. And then he was least bothered whose daughter, general manager's daughter, sitting on the handle. वो अपना lost हो जाता था. He was lost. And suddenly, this is the energy Rajasthani workers have. That energy I have got. So when I sing, automatically it comes because I have lived with that energy. So he used to sing. Now the cycle is going on, and school अभी आया नहीं. School is yet to come. He is singing. ओरा छोटी सी लुगाई थारो देवर लागू छू थारो मुंडो तो दिखा दे, मुकाइले रो बाजू छूर जीजी भाई ले रो बाजू छू। साइकिल चल रही है। ओरा रतनक चढ़ारी काचली ने काख माले गौरा, जीजो गयो बड़ो मेला में हम्बे बीजड़ी ले गोरा, दादा भाई बीजड़ी ले गया। अरे ओरा, अब ये जो गाना था उसका, उससे मुझे शर्म आती थी। मैं घर आके आई यूज्ड टू टेल माय मदर, प्लीज आई विल नेवर गो विद दिस फेलो, he embarrasses me, he's singing and I'm sitting like, and my age was of course 4 and 5. This was MGD Bal Mandir. Okay,
Okay.
mother said no choice, he'll only go. So no choice become today my plus point. He taught me that never hesitate. Wherever you are, when you are asked to sing, and that's how the things happen. I mean, I got the chance in film also, like when we did a film called Mandi.
Yeah.
And, and you must have heard of a great person like Anu Kapoor. Anu Kapoor used to be in the bus, Neena Gupta, Pankaj Kapoor, and all this, KK Raina, Soni Razdan. फिर अन्नू को तभी से he was into अंतराक्षी. You know, he would sing and let us sing. And I used to sing Marwadi songs. Shabana noticed, and Shabana is very fond of singing. Suddenly, she realized that a lot of singing is happening in the bus. Where are these superiors, as they call in England, the juniors? The superiors were sitting. So, Shabana told to Mahesh Bhatt that, you have to listen to Ila. And one day in Janki Kuti, Mahesh Bhatt was sitting, and Shabana said, come on, gao. मैंने गा दिया, and I cannot sing somehow without playing tabla and all. So that tabla कहाँ, मेज पे और अलमारी पे, you can see that all these were tabla. So Mahesh Bhatt saw and he said, oh God, if this woman can have this kind of a projection, I'm talking 25 years back, then if you put her in on mic, she'll be like Tina Turner. मुझे कोई नाम ही नहीं पता थे अंग्रेजी, तो उन्होंने मुझ पे डाले ये, और उन्होंने चांस भी दिया. सबसे पहला गाना मैंने उन्हीं के लिए गाया था, जवानी रे कैसे काटू, और जगजीत सिंह का वो था. सो दिस एनर्जी, it comes from the rural people who taught
Sure.
me since I गेहूं साफ करने वाली, for my English audience, the helpers who used to come, come and
Wheat,
clean the tray. Yeah, what will you call?
wheat feeders,
Cleaner.
right?
Yeah, yeah. So they used to come, or the chajra patho, iski sound, joint family थी. So you cannot have just पाव किलो लाना, पाव किलो business नहीं था. Drums में father मंगाते थे, clean करती थी, so they could not sing idle. The singing was part of. आप देखिए, पीयूष ने भी यूज करा एक एड में, दम लगा के
Yeah,
हईशा,
yeah,
जोर लगा के.
yeah, it's
तो
Fevicol that.
फेविकॉल. तो ये लोगों ने इन्होंने ऑब्जर्व किया हुआ है, मैंने भी ऑब्जर्व किया हुआ है कि इनकी साउंड क्या है. अगर झूले पे बैठेगी कैसे, रॉयल्टी वाली गाएगी तो कैसे, रूरल गाएगी तो कैसे. ज्यादातर इन्फ्लुएंस है गांव वालों का. और मैं कहती हूँ, माय फर्स्ट एल्बम वाज बंजारन. दे आस्क्ड मी व्हाट नेम यू वांट टू डू. आई सेड देयर इज अ जिप्सी इन मी.
Mm,
मतलब एक तरफ मैं संस्कृति की बात करती हूँ, आई टॉक अबाउट कल्चर, आई टॉक अबाउट connected to roots. There is another thing, Ila Arun, who wants to be like Reshma, who wants to be just moving around, you know, falling in love plenty of times. That doesn't mean man only. Falling with nature, falling with rains,
mm,
falling with, moving with. That traveling I still enjoy. My two other sisters who are comparatively very rich because they got nothing to do in life, but they were so they took me to Europe and everywhere. I do love, the cultural exchange, not only in India, but many times. Of course, I have been, I must mention you, my group, when you see them, or if you had seen them earlier, we were 22 to 30 people. Now, going with the stars had a different kind of a ball game
yes.
where the what do you call this? Long cars?
Limousine.
Limousine, मैं कुछ और ही बोल रही थी. Limousine comes and sitting with Akshay एंड स्टार क्लिक क्लिक क्लिक, एक तो वो था, लिमोजिन्स आ रही थी लंबी लंबी। उस समय कौन था इन दैट टूर वाज शाहरुख वाज देयर, अक्षय वाज देयर, रवीना वाज देयर, जूही वाज देयर, सैफ था, सैफ्स अर्लियर वाइफ वाज देयर, और हमारे डियरेस्ट ऑफ द डियरेस्ट ऋषि कपूर जी, who I was personally friends with, and I sang one song for his film also, in हमारा खानदान। वो ट्रीटमेंट अलग था। तो उसको तो फैंस दूसरी तरीके से करते थे। फैंस क्या होता है ये तो मैंने लंदन और अमेरिका जाकर देखा कि फैंस और रेड कारपेट भैया किसको कहते हैं, वो मैं सडनली इला अरुण चाहे लहंगे में हूँ बट इतने चाहने वाले हैं, दिल खुश हो गया। पर एक इला अरुण दूसरी भी है जो अपने ग्रुप के साथ गई, फोक ग्रुप के साथ। सो आई ऑल्सो ट्रेवल विद माई थिएटर ग्रुप एंड फोक ग्रुप। फोक ग्रुप के साथ जाओ तो जो कस्टम वाला है वही बेचारा मेरे तरफ देखने लगता है, सब मूछों वाले, दाढ़ी वाले, कोई अरे भाई साहब कट्ठे जाऊं लोग, कट्ठे जाऊं लोग, सब वो लोग भी हैं, म्यूजिशियंस भी हैं। सो वो फन दूसरा। सो आई बीन ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड, स्पेशली Prime Minister of Canada had called me, the ICCR sent me to Thailand, to Bali, to all Europe, everywhere I've been, interacting with the audience. Stage is the one thing which gives me energy, whether dancing, whether singing, and of course doing a theater and doing a role and then adapting is another energy. Because for last 20, 30 years, my group is 38 years old theater. And when you write something, when you adapt, adaptation again, if you're not connected with your society, then
Yes.
you're translating it. Then you're translating it. What Ibsen had written 150 years back, you have to bring it. Are you putting it in Punjab? You must be rooted in Punjab. You must know the women of Punjab. You know their problems, what they have. This Hedda Gabler, what I have done is I placed it in Punjab, but many things I want. I believe in women's voice. So all this energy comes from the people, from the audience.
Sure.
May it
Sure.
be singing, may it be singing, may it
Sure.
be dancing. And there's another group of dancers. We had a Bollywood dancers, but I have a lot of Gujus and Marwadi dancers. They must be watching at this moment in London and America. And Avni Shah used to be our choreographer. So when you play Garba or you dance, तभी तो 16 साल की इलाज भी है. Yes, the next day you have to take me to the hospital. सब कुछ टांगे दुखने लगती है, बस जब गाना बजता है ना, उम्र को मैं भूल जाती हूँ, forget the age.
Yeah. Yeah, amazing. There's
So,
someone, Gaurav Amlani, do you know, says
yeah,
she
he's
has,
a very good actor.
she has rehearsed for 12 hours straight for three plays for 3 months. Commendable. Commendable.
with with me, with me.
Amazing.
He's a fantastic actor. He's
Okay.
fantastic actor. He's contributed hell of a lot to our group. He did Hera Gabler. He did Peer Gynt. He did another play, The Ghost. And wonderful actors. I think fantastic actors are supporting me. I told them, if I forget any damn thing, you please remind me. I'm
Gaurav
slipping.
obviously remembers. Gaurav, what you're saying is we all used to get drained, and then
Be
you
there.
are
You have to be there.
smiling and
Yeah.
cheering. I can just imagine. I have received a lot of comments and requests for one more song, which is the
Yeah.
Lamhe song Morni Baaga. Is it
अब कौवे की तरह आवाज निकलनी, मोरनी क्या गाएगी? खैर, मैं आपको एक लाइन तो गा दूंगी,
एक
बट
गाय?
ये बता रही हूँ कि इस सब चक्कर में मैं बार बार इब्सन पे आ जाती हूँ, बिकॉज आई एम जेन्युइनली इन लव विद अ डेड मैन 150 years
Sure,
back,
sure, sure.
because he talked about women's voice, and it gives me such a great privilege to support our women's voice here in India. And there were, I got this the Royal Norwegian Order of Merit Knight First Class from the Prime Minister, from the King. Sorry, got this award, and I am so much that if I can do anything for my society, and which Ibsen gives me a hell of a chance to do it. So my people say कि इतना अच्छा बोल लेती हैं आप, you can speak such good Hindi, you have a personality, you could have been selected for politics. I said never in my life.
Okay.
I'm a person who would like to express or contribute to the society from the stage. Ritik Ghatak, a famous director, once said, "Ma, you will die on stage." That's my dream. And and to do something for the society if I can. So back to the Lame song. All these London people or people from USA, guys, you've given me. I always say that I have not earned much money क्योंकि जो मनी मिलता था रागा I spend on theatre always. Theatre in India is not as lucrative as back it used to be in London, though I heard a sad news that National Theatre is saying that bankruptcy ho gaya unka.
Yeah.
I don't want to come to London if there are no theatres. And I also want to say that this community of theatre all over the world should be protected. All over the world. The way
Yes.
we are bothered about the workers here, the artists, the musician, the theatre, the poet, they contribute hell of a lot.
Absolutely, I
स्पिरिट
agree.
का होना बहुत जरूरी है और उनके लिए सोचना बहुत जरूरी है.
बिल्कुल.
तो
We'd
ये
love to.
गाना
We've got, zarur, zarur. We've got a lot of people here. Lalit Sharma, love from London, ma'am, and we've got lots in Neetu Basin, hi, ma'am. So there's lots of people from around the world. I hope we're listening in, and I hope,
and
yeah,
sorry, I my love to them because these are the people who are not known to me. I never requested them. So if they have come for my love, they add a lot of they give me, they enrich me. It's I'm taking something from them.
wonderful.
That,
Dhwani Shah, if you know, she says, please tell her that, please tell that Avni is ready to dance on Morni right now. If you know her.
Please. You know her. She is my choreographer. She's the best choreographer of India today. और अवनी और मैंने ही तय किया है कि व्हील चेयर पे भी आ जाएंगे. So once we have to do,
See,
she has maintained it and she is a fantastic choreographer of mine. And she has students all over the world. I'm sure in London as well. So both of us will come back to London
please,
uh, and perform.
please.
So two lines only. मारे हिवड़े में बह गई वे कटार रे. मारे हिवड़े में बह गई वे कटार रे. बोरिया छोड़े बोलो रा ढलती रात में. मोरिया छोड़े बोलो रा ढलती रात में. Now I need Alka. मोरनी बागा में बोले आधी रात माँ मोरनी. This portion was sung by लता जी.
Lataji.
सुनी सेज पे सैया, सुनी सेज पे जैया, नैने रात में जागी. थारे लारे लारे मरी नींद तो भागी. आ आ This was the song, and I was privileged one who sang with Lata ji for Sri Devi. And Saroj Khan was the one thing she said, why not Ila dances? And I danced with her. And again she said, she was doing all the dance with 1 2 1 2. This is how the Bollywood dances. I was dancing to the music. So she asked me, Shri Devi, Sarojji, you have taught her so well. She says, taught her? She is the person, she never listens. She can only, she is in her own this thing. So whatever I gave in one take, it was never there in second take. Because this is where the spontaneity is your strength and weakness too. Because sometimes you have to be systematic also, which I learned much later. Like I could never sing a song without moving, what I did right now. But when I sang Morni, I learned if I sing this way, I'm going this way. This way, that Lataji was there and she was gracefully, she sang. But the biggest compliment in my life when she asked me who's your Guruji, and I said Raghunath, because I never learned music. It's my biggest regret. Though I had in BA classical music, पर क्या था कि ये कॉम्प्लेक्सेस डेवलप हो जाते हैं. टीचर तक ही कहने लगी तुम्हारी मोटी आवाज. अब वो टीचर मुझे देखे कि इला अरुण क्या बन गई. अगर मुझे कॉन्फिडेंस दिया होता तो मैं मेरी
Yeah.
क्लासिकल को ये बच्चों को आप ये कह दें कि तुम्हारी पतली आवाज है, तुम्हारी मोटी आवाज. मुझे
Yeah.
सबने यही समझा कि मैं ना आई मीन मोटी आवाज है तो ये कुछ नहीं कर सकती. बट मोटी आवाज अपनी अपनी आवाज वो
Correct.
भूल गया. It was the voice again. I got into Hindi. You have to bring me back.
Oh
It
no.
was the
Mm.
voice from the soil. It was the
Yeah.
voice which belonged to the common man, and that's how the vote for Ghagra came, which sold 6 million.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it was written by me and composed by me, and the album was done by none other than Santosh Timan. I've been lucky. This was done by Santosh Timan and Nigodi Kaisi Jawani by Ashok Mehta. All these wonderful people came because I always say, whether it is the people or it is the Bollywood, they gave me love. The goodwill is the Ila Arun's strength. The kind of respect I command in my industry. I don't know why, but they
Oh,
love me.
I
They,
so humble and so modest, isn't it? Look at your magic. You're just like so authentic. You know, people love authenticity, vulnerability when you expose yourself so much, right? You're giving yourself to everybody.
what to hide? Nothing to hide because this has been my strength. If I say lie now,
Yeah.
then again the one W comes. Who am I then? So
Mm.
I have to be honest. I have to be honest to myself, to my audience, and they must know that this is what is your ilarum, and this is what I am because of that. When they say that, when they take so much of selfie, I mean, sometimes I've gone with my stars also for the shooting with them, and they are totally shocked that why so many people want her selfie, because I remained what I was.
Yeah.
And if I were had changed, they would have cursed me that she's lost. She's lost. It's still at my age, if I'm commanding that love or they are loving me, this is unbelievable. I mean, I just say namaste and thank you to them.
Love has grown and it's going to even grow further. You know that. You know, love तो प्यार तो बढ़ता है ना हमेशा, है
प्यार
ना?
से ग्लोनेस भी उसी से आती है. Of course, the roles what I have done, Sham Babu has done a lot in my life because his films are again films for the people, common people, whether it is Ankur, whether it is any film, Trikal or Welcome to Sajjan, which people loved me. And then, of course, I did Jodha Akbar. I also, people ask me why you were seen little. I was seen because I was not tempted to be a regular mother-in-law or to I couldn't have been a of course if I was that time uh, cracked in something when Shabana did or Smita Patil did, I could have been heroine also. you know
Sure, sure.
Ultimately I know what camera does to you and how glycerin helps you, but I was a but I
But
was a
you've done
person
so
who,
much more. You've done so
yeah,
much
but
more, right?
I could
Mm.
emote. I could
Yeah,
emote. I could do so many things.
yeah,
But later on, going and joining serials, I have done serials which had name like Tamas, doing serial with Govind Nalani, doing
yeah.
with Vijay Mehta, Lifeline. These are the things which will be written in history.
Correct.
Discovery of India. So lesser work, but work which. So
Yeah,
my teaching to everybody is that be what you are, be original, never be a complex person in whatever industry you are. you
sure.
know you whether you are an engineer, people might ridicule you. Oh, okay, he's like this. Don't forget, we have genius from Bihar. Genius. They might, when they speak English or they talk to you, they will say, ये तो ऐसे बोलता है. ऐसे नहीं बोलता है, दिमाग बोलता है उसका.
Correct.
ऐसा गजब का बोलता है. अमेरिका के सारे साइंटिस्ट हमारे, they are all from
Yeah.
here. so so
We judge. We judge. We need to stop judging. We need to stop
yes,
labeling. That is the problem, right? But tell me,
yes,
this your latest film, Ghoomketu. If I said, have I pronounced it correctly?
correctly,
आपको
correct.
you got huge amount of acclaim for that. Tell us a little bit more about it, if you don't mind.
Yeah, that is I I feel nice, but I also feel that I love the film, but people somehow they kept on talking about me, which I will say again, connecting to your roots. Whatever I did, there were so many mosses of myself, my mosses in myself, or my aunts in myself, or my mother in myself. I used to see them. So when I got first chance to do something in UP in my language, I thought, okay, Ila Arun, now I've got the time to come back and do what Whatever their minus points were, they became my strength because people thought I was so natural. But if I had not observed them, if I had not, I was not talking to them, or if I was not connecting to them, then maybe approach would have been different. Today, if they say I'm so natural, so or flowing in the film, it goes to my mother as well as to my all aunts from all area. Sometimes they were gossipy, sometimes they were dominating, sometimes they were enjoying, sometimes they were liberal like my mother. Sometimes the way I tell my Nawazuddin's wife, why you care, don't wear parda, I did never have parda. So I got, I think director gave me a good role where I could, add a lot. And that dialogue I could talk. When you do some film, you must try your best to reach closer. Like I did a play, I had a gabler called Hardit Kaur Gill. I spoke my language in Punjabi. I learned it. That was not my language. In West is West, a coach came from Lahore and he taught me. And Om Puri, he told, I think Inger should be somewhere. I invited her. Inger lives in London. So Inger told that Om is saying that change the film into Urdu because Ila Arun cannot speak Punjabi. I said, no, no, Urdu to then you are going one class high. No Kisan woman will talk Urdu. Janab aap aiye, Janab there has to be rustic woman. So she said, okay, so what do you propose? I said, I propose that you get me a person from Pakistan. He came from Pakistan, he taught me, and this is our dear Ompuri was just like a brother to me. He said, everywhere, wherever we called, even in London, for BAFTA we were called, and everywhere he said that Ila spoke better Punjabi than me because she learned the Punjabi from Pakistan, and I was speaking Punjabi from India. So we have to open, we have to work
Sure.
hard, and I'm grateful to my all artists. As you said, Abhishek is also there, Anjula ji, Salim, and all these guys. These I told that if I'm talking something irrelevant, correct me. So I think I'm talking all right.
All right. No complaints so far. It's only getting
they're,
Gaurav
they're nice.
Ambani. She has a heart of a child. I really am just, this is why I think I'm very attracted to this conversation. It's been over an hour, 15 minutes, by the way.
Oh my
Have you,
God, I didn't realize that. Yeah.
no, I know
It's
that's
a
okay. But
bit,
this is,
but the credit goes to you.
no, I'm just,
I
I
mean,
think,
it's a mutual appreciation. I
no, but
swear,
thank
Raga,
you.
people should know what all you have done. When you told me, I have a great respect for you. And then maintain. I have to read your book, which I missed. And I also must tell my people who are watching, they should be prepared for a rehearsal. I have finished one adaptation from Tom Dudzick's play and adaptation, and I'm also writing my book. But now everybody, second person is saying I'm writing a book, so maybe there is a saturation. I'll wait for a book, some point. And if Tammy Ryan is listening to me from America, because it might be early hours there, I did her Baby Blues because before her, what a beautiful play she has written. And we did in English. And English actors like Dilnaz and all English artists, they did it for us. We produced and KK Rana directed. It's about, deals with the postpartum depression. Believe me, I didn't know about this thing that India is suffering with postpartum depression. I didn't know. When I met the psychiatrist, she told me that majority of the young women who believe now in nuclear houses, they were not happy living in joint family, and from urban class and committing suicide also. They
Yeah,
are the person or the victim of it. So such
sure.
subject also we deal.
That's,
Yeah.
there are so many such subjects, and you said earlier when we spoke again that
But I want to do in your book, if you permit me,
I will
uh,
send you. I'll send you a copy of my book.
we'll
It
do
will
a
be
play.
absolutely my pleasure. And just I'm going to have this announcement is going to happen tomorrow, but I'd love to share it with you. My uh, one of the stories from my life is getting adapted into a film, and
Oh, wow.
yeah. So
So please
I'm
allow me to do play also.
would
One
love
is
to.
one
That would
of
be an absolute honor. Seriously, what an honor. You know, this. is the energy that has, touches souls, the rawness. I don't, I mean, we have a lot of people that, talent we manage. We have a lot of people on my show, but the rawness has stayed with me, and I think it will stay with me. That's the legacy that you are leaving with me. I was, so I wish we had lots more time. People are, here engaging, and I really don't want to let you go. Is there something I can keep you forever?
When you come to India, please do contact me, and we'll all sit down with all my friends. You are yourself, you have so much of energy. My thanks to your technical, Nicola, na?
Yeah,
Nicola.
Nicola is a co-founder
Nicola?
and director of Speaking
Oh,
Minds. Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Nicola, thank you so much for taking so much of trouble. And my audience in, as you said, other side, I'm sorry if I have disappointed my audience back in London. Very soon I'll come and I'll perform for you. Ila Arun with music and in costume is somebody different. So I will definitely do it. I'm dying to come. I love London. And I, of course, I love Norway. I love America. That's okay. But this is the place which is so cosmopolitan, and I did so much of creative work like I did here. In Norway, I have yet to go and perform. I did one show with
Wow.
group. That was a live show, global show, but the play I must take to Norway. Thank you so much.
I hope that Nicola and I can have the privilege of bringing your plays and your shows to this part of the world. We would love to. It would be an absolute honor for us, and we'll do everything
Namaste,
possible.
Namaste, Jai Shri Krishna is the thing that before we finish, you were saying that people live here, they think that being glued down to your this thing, or being orthodox is being Indian. No, we have to have a dialogue. And this play, Namaste, Jai Shri Krishna, is the play about dialogue, and it's a comedy. It's very good.
Okay. Okay, would
Yeah.
love to. Would love to hear more about it. And we are running out of time. We and nobody wants you to stop. I wish that we didn't have to, but we will continue this conversation. I will bring you back. I would love to bring you back in another form and get to hear another side of you, because I know there are endless sides to you, Ilaji. So thank you
Thank you.
so much. Thank you so much. What a pleasure it has been. Thank you for
Thank you,
sharing.
Radha.
And we've indeed learned so much from you. And I'm sure we're going to get a lot of feedback, which I'll share with you as we go along. Thank you for staying authentic. Thank you for sharing your rawness. Thank you for the person that you are. I just want to say one thing from my side personally as well, that please stay this child that you are. I think that is beautiful for us. Such a big
Thank
lesson for us to learn, because we forget this. We become too grown up. And I don't know what that even means. You're teaching us that. So let me also thank the wonderful audience. I cannot thank you enough for the engagement, for the love you bring to our show, and the love you brought tonight, especially for Ilaji. It's been a very special evening. Nicola, once again, thank you very much for doing what you do. We
Yeah,
will
Nicola.
see, so we will, audience, we will see you back on Monday, 15 June with Atul Khatri. You're welcome to share your feedback and questions on Speaking Minds Global or at Totally Out Now. Ilaji, love you lots, and thank you for making the show so special.
Lots of love to you and to my audience, to Nicola. And tonight I'm not going to sleep. I'm going to have all of you in my mind. Thank you. Love you.
Thank you. Thank you.